Hey, folks, thank you for joining me today. We're going to have some fun. I got a new product that's 3 million Scoville capsaicin oil, and today I'm going to be bottling the first production run. So, join me and let's see how this works. Hey folks, this is Phil from Alabama Hot Sauce. That's alabamahotsauce.com on the web. Today we're in the commercial kitchen and I am bottling the first production run of a product that I have been working on, and it's a companion product to my 1 million Scoville capsaicin oil. What we're going to bottle today is 3 million Scoville capsaicin oil. So now I'm going to be offering two different strengths of this product, and I think it ought to be pretty interesting. Now I'm going to tell you that as I bottle this, I'm going to be very, very careful because this stuff is toxic. So what I've got here is I've got the oil in this container, I got a funnel, and I got my 1 ounce jars. And here we go. Now this oil, this 3 million Scoville, is considerably thicker than the 1 million Scoville that I had. You still will not be required to heat this up. It is fluid, it will come out through the droppers. This is going to be just as easy to use as the 1 million Scoville, and it's going to be twice as hot. Now, these bottles contain exactly 1 ounce of capsaicin oil. They're going to come to you with a dropper just like the 1 million Scoville. And you can use this to supplement heat for any product you're making. I'm doing this so very slowly, and I'm doing it by hand because, honestly, I don't want to do anything that causes this stuff to fume and spread into the room, because I can't hardly take it. The use of capsaicin oil has become a very, very popular thing lately. I can't think of a single product I've ever made that has garnered as much interest and attention as the 1 million Scoville. And immediately after supplying it to the first person that bought it, their next question was, when are you gonna make some a little hotter? Now, I'll be honest with you, I do not believe that I will be able to go any hotter than this 3 million. Even though I technically could, I believe I can make this stuff 7 or 8 million. But to be honest with you, there just is not a very practical application for making this any stronger. Now, in addition to adding this new product, this 3 million Scoville, I'm also going to be slightly changing how I package this. This will be not only bottled, but it's going to be sealed inside a heat-sealed bag, so that should we have a breakage while it's in shipping, I don't think we could have, but should we have a breakage while in shipping, I'll be able to capture anything that spills out in that bag and avoid torching the mailman. So I think that's going to be a good thing. I can hardly tell you how strong and pungent this odor is. I got my mask over here. I'm not wearing it because, to be honest with you, it's a little bit difficult to talk and video wearing a mask. but I would not dare touch this stuff without gloves. I mean, this is a strong, strong, strong product. This is considerably thicker than the 1 million. It's also a much, much, much darker color of red, which is makes perfect sense to me. It has basically less of the yellowish pepper juice that you find in the 1 million Scoville. But this stuff is beautiful. It is hot. I actually was put in a place a week ago of having to actually taste it. I put a single drop on my tongue, and I'm going to tell you, I've never experienced anything so hot in my entire life. This was sent off for testing after I produced the process for this, and it tested at slightly over 3 million Scoville. Now, on subsequent batches, I think I can probably guarantee 3 million, but to be honest with you, I would not be shocked if I produced a batch that was made to the same recipe, that instead of being 3 million was actually 2.8 million or whatever. It's just the way it is. This is not a very exacting process I'm using, but it's a good one. These bottles were sanitized in boiling water, so they are very, very clean. The work surface here has been clean as always. When you're dealing with shelf-stable products, you have to make sure everything is completely, absolutely clean. This level right here is actually slightly above the 1 ounce level. So these bottles will have not less than 1 ounce in them. This is such a small bottle that weighing them as I go to make sure they have the correct amount in there is really not necessary. In small bottles, it's very easy to spot underfills and overfills. I've been doing a lot of things, especially packaging related. I'm going to be changing the way I package another one of my really popular products, and that is Fire Honey. And starting in about probably a month and a half, Fire Honey is going to be packaged in a plastic squeeze bottle. So that's going to make it a little easier to use that product. I've slightly altered the way I package this product by adding that heat-sealed protective envelope that it's going to go in. So a lot of changes. Winter, the time after Christmas, is oftentimes dead time for retailers. Not any different with hot sauce than it is anything else. So I've been spending these weeks and months getting things ready for the spring market season. In the spring and summer, I not only have my online market, but I also have face-to-face markets. So I have to build significant inventory for that. The pungent smell you get with this stuff is not the smell of pepper. It's not what you think about when you think about pepper. The feeling is the same, except inhaling this, the feeling is way, way stronger than grinding habanero peppers or grinding ghost peppers or even grinding Carolina Reaper peppers. What we got here is hot, hot, hot. Now, the way people seem to be using this, I've sold it to a fairly wide variety of people. I've got one customer that's bought a number of the 1 million bottles, and she is making skincare products. So she's using this capsaicin oil in skincare products. She paid me to do a little additional testing of this when it was sent out to sample out to New Mexico for testing, to make sure that her formula that she's going to use contain the right amount of this capsaicin oil to avoid burning anyone's skin. Capsaicin is considered to be lately a major mover and shaker in pain control. So, especially dermatological pain control. I've also sold this to people who have avid at-home hot sauce businesses. Depend on local peppers, can't get them but 4 or 5 months a year. So oftentimes, other than in the summer, it's very difficult for them to make. Hot sauce is really hot, so they're using this and putting a couple of drops in every bottle they make. And when they do that, they get a hot, hot sauce. So, got a lot of uses. My granddaughter, who lives in North Carolina, believe it or not, puts the actual 1 million Scoville capsaicin oil directly on her food. Now, we've all known she's a pepperhead for a long time. She eats hot sauce and hot peppers like it's a day at the park. But to be honest with you, eating this stuff directly on your food is a level of toughness I can't compete with. And she says it's great. She sent me a picture about 2 weeks ago. She had put about 5 drops of this on a taco, so. She has no fear when it comes to heat. Traditional capsaicin oil, as you might have seen from, if you've had any conversations with me or some of my other videos, is typically made by taking capsaicin and extracting it from the peppers using solvents. With lots of processing, what that results in is pure crystal capsaicin, which has about a 9 million Scoville. They then mix it in various ways to produce extract that tests at the target temperature. Mine is done a little bit different. I use no solvents in extracting the capsaicin. As a matter of fact, what I'm actually extracting is capsaicin. There's a slight difference in them. Capsaicin is really considered to be the product which is in the granular form. I then take the raw extracted oil and I mix it with juice from the peppers that I extracted from. And the relationship of hot to non-hot fluids is very linear. So I'm actually able to calculate very closely, because the 2 products I've produced, the 2 recipes, are the 1 million and the 3 million. All of them, both of them, hit the target numbers right on the head. I mean, nearly perfect. So it's a product I think I can control pretty well in the manufacturing. I think I can make sure that it's a product that meets your requirements. Now, I will tell you that this 3 million product, I don't know how popular it'll be. I've had literally dozens of people tell me they're going to buy it as soon as I put it on my website. It is really, really, really difficult to make. It is very time consuming. It's very painful to make because you're sitting there scraping this pure capsaicin oil from hundreds of peppers. And that gets to be a little bit more toxic than I like it. Now, I tell you all this to say, I'm not going to guarantee that I will continue making this product. I know it's going to sell. I know the 3 million will sell. I may make it on a very limited basis. So I may be out of this product quite a bit. I'm going to try not to be. I would like to be able to make this and not have any concern about the ability to continue keeping it in supply. I did some weighing because this stuff is heavier, thicker, and has a greater specific gravity. I did some weighing to figure out if a drop of it was equivalent to a drop of the 1 million, which is thinner, except for the fact that this would be 3 times hotter. And the drops that come out of the dropper for this product, this 3 million, are slightly larger than the drops that come out of the 1 million. So I think that obviously because this is thicker, it has a much greater surface tension. So that's probably why the fluid comes out on a bigger drop. It's doing its best to hang together, okay? This is the second batch I have bottled. My target was to make about 100 bottles. The other batch I bottled was 50 bottles, so this is 20. That'll make 70. I will likely be bottling some more tomorrow. I've probably got enough of this product made to make about 200 of these bottles. And like I said, I can't guarantee that this is a product I will continue to have all the time because it is honestly torture processing this. I mean, look at this mess here, folks. This is not what we want. Not even close to being what we want. I actually take my laundry service. I seal these cloths I use in the hot sauce business up in a bag when I take the laundry service, and I take them face masks and gloves every time I go, so they don't get their hands just completely eaten alive by this product. Let's get a few more out here and see if we can get them filled up. One of the things I will be doing after today, any of these I bottle, whether it's a 1 million or the 3 million Scoville, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to start bottling this stuff, and all the tools I use are going to be disposable. I'm going to buy, each time I bottle, I'll buy a new measuring cup. I'll buy new funnels. And the reason for that is as hot as this stuff is, when it's mixed with the steamy water that's in our dishwasher, this produces a toxic odor in the kitchen that you would not believe. So what I'll be doing in future bottling is I will be actually throwing away. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do that today. It's not just future bottling, it includes today. I'll be throwing away this funnel, this measuring cup, simply because no one can stand to be in here when it's washed. And I knew that might be a problem when I first started making it. I didn't realize how big a problem it would be. This stuff is actually kind of pretty. It's a really good looking product. It is very smooth, very silky, despite the fact that it's basically an oil and water mixture, or oil and pepper juice mixture, which is the same thing as water. It is homogenized very well and stays together. The original test bottles I have from the first 1 million field still sitting there to this day. No separation, no changes in color. So I'm pretty happy about it. I also have a bottle, or a couple of bottles actually, that are sitting without caps on them, just to see what the impact of evaporation is on it. I gave a bottle of this to one of my friends here locally that makes hot sauce. He makes a lot of hot sauce. He's a pepper grower, makes a ton of hot sauce. He's from, I've never bought peppers from him, but he's from Huntsville, and he says it's a great way when he makes a sauce. If it doesn't have quite the amount of heat that he expects, he just opens the bottles and puts a drop or two of this stuff in it. So he's already told me to ship to him the first 4 bottles of this that I bottle, so of the 3 million. If you grab 2 of these bottles and put them side by side, and it looks like they're filled to different heights, part of that is that when I stick the dropper in, of course the dropper is empty. I stick it in the bottle. If I push the thing and fill the dropper up, it will lower the level in the bottle. But believe me, the level, they contain the same amount. It's just a matter of whether your dropper got charged or didn't get charged. I'd like to be able to get about 5 more, but I don't think I'm going to. This stuff is not only difficult to make, it's expensive, and it's made even worse by the fact that because it is thicker, I lose more through contact shrinkage with the containers, the funnels, the pots and the pans used to make it, which further reduces the yield of this stuff. So it starts out expensive, gets more expensive because there is some waste. All right. This was a kilogram of a kilogram of fluid. A kilogram contains about 35 ounces, roughly 36 ounces. I've made 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 29. I got a little bit left. I don't know if I got enough to do a thing, but I've also got a bottle of it that is half full from previous filling. So what I'll do is I'll top this off. There we go, folks. There's 30 bottles of 3 million Scoville capsaicin oil concentrate. This is going to heat up an awful lot of whatever it's put in. One buyer of my 1 million from the farmer's market said his wife puts 4 or 5 drops in every pot of soup they make. He said they're absolutely loving it. I think he's repurchased it 3 or 4 times. But anyway, there we are, 3 million Scoville capsaicin oil concentrate. Hot in a bottle, no question about it. And I'm sure that it's going to be very, very popular. I wouldn't be shocked if this current batch is sold out in a month. And like I say, it's very, very close to 85 bottles, basically, is how many we've made. So there we are, folks. Thank you for joining me on this little video. They're going to be labeled tonight, and I will make some photographs and put on this video when I'm editing it so you can see what it looks like. I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and ring the bell so YouTube will know to notify you every single time I post new content. Folks, again, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or any comments you want to make, leave them in the comment section. And for Phil and Alabama Hot Sauce, I'll see you next time. Hey folks, thank you for joining me. If you would, push the logo on the screen and subscribe to our channel. In addition, I've made a couple of video suggestions that I think you might enjoy. Press the links and give them a try. Again, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.